Let's talk about delegated authority with some example use cases. A very common use cases in consumer-facing services is the ability to share your account among family members. So it might be a media consumption service where the family has a family account and need to share that between the adults and the children. They might restrict access for children to specific services or specific times of days, but they want to receive one bill and have one place to manage that account. The adults registered for the service might share access to the billing information, and the children can only access the actual media consumption part. This is common also for utilities, where an electricity bill or a water bill or other home services often need to be seen by all of the adults within the household. Another delegated authority case is in a business situation where a business is buying a service online, they sign a contract, but they often have more than one employee who needs to use that service. They want to allow their customers to have the ability to create and invite other users to the service, so that if somebody goes on leave or on holiday, somebody else can do that job. A lot of web services that rely on collaboration between organizational users need to have that type of flexibility. They need to have the ability to invite or even request access to a target system with a specific access rights. The next level towards that is cross-domain or cross-organizational delegation. And this is when two companies work together. They might be in an outsourcing relationship, and they want to enable another company to work on their behalf. This is typical in financial services, HR, and other business functions, where complete parts of the organization might be outsourced to an agency who is doing those specific tasks for you. In those cases, sometimes it's enough to grant access to the third-party company and allow that company to decide who within that company can access your data. In other cases, you might want to name specific people in that target organization and control who has access to specific information on a per-person basis. Both of these situations are possible. Another case is when you want to delegate access to an individual, not to a company. So you might have a corporate account, for example, for access to protected resources, but somebody comes along, for example, a guest who's not an employee and needs to access some target service. You need to grant access to them for a specific period of time to a specific resource, and you want to do that all online. These are some examples of delegated authority, both within a family situation, within one organization, and across organizations.